Alright guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. And today's video is all about Boruto episode 12. A lot was revealed, a lot happened. So let's get right to it. Class rep. I can already see such a development in her and what's going to happen. So, first off, it's her. She is the person, or at least has a large part behind the ghost incidents. If you were wondering, first off, there were already red flags throughout the other episodes. And in this episode, there's a scene where Mitsuki and her are in the hospital. Mitsuki asks her, how do you feel about the person who did this to you? And she says, I don't know. Rather than saying, I hate him, I'm mad, she says, I don't know, as if she's conflicted. Which makes me think, and she says, I just want this to end soon. Which makes me think she is involved in the ghost incidents, and either A, she is unwillingly being controlled and forced into having a part in the ghost actions, or B, she is doing this, because even she had a terrible childhood and she wants to get revenge, but now that she's having friends and everything, she's starting to have her heart changed. What really solidified it in this episode, though, is this scene right here. Boruto is with Mitsuki, and Mitsuki tells him, Boruto, I may not tell you, maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but I know who the culprit is. I know who is behind the ghost incident. And as he says that, we get a shot of the hospital bed where class rep was staying empty right after he said he knew who it was. So I was already suspecting that she was, and this just solidified the fact that she is. Now, and that's another thing. So when I was watching this episode, you learn that class rep's parents were killed and that she is an orphan, and you get a flashback to her remembering her mother brushing her hair. First thing that strikes me is that after watching the episode, is that throughout this episode, Boruto complains and complains and complains about his dad, even saying that he hates his dad. Meanwhile, you see class rep, somebody who doesn't have parents, who is alone basically. What this does, it creates this stark contrast because it shows that Boruto is very spoiled, and I also have a feeling that as we go further along in the plot, class rep is going to be revealed as the person behind the ghost incidents, and the reason why is going to be in part because of what happened to her parents. I have a feeling that that point is going to be very important because that's going to be a driving point for Boruto to be grateful for Naruto and for Hinata for that matter. I have a feeling that they're going to really work with that because right now Boruto really does seem spoiled, especially after seeing how lonely class rep was in that hospital. She didn't have anybody there with her, no parents, no family, no nothing, just Mitsuki whenever he did visit her. So we can imagine that for whatever reason she is doing, or she is plotting these ghost incidents and she's going and attacking the village, we can imagine that it has something to do with her parents and her losing them. And that is definitely going to be a point of discussion and a point of action between her and Boruto. So we'll have to see where that goes with that. But again, you can see that clearly she's lonely, and Boruto is over here complaining about his dad and how he's not there. But in reality, at least he has parents to come home to, even if he doesn't see Naruto that much, because class rep is never going to see her parents again. Not only that, it seems like Mitsuki doesn't have anybody, at least with him. I think from this episode, from what I saw, that Mitsuki's dad is Orochimaru. When we see the clips of him from Mitsuki's point of view, looking at his parent taking him out of this water solution, that you see the robe that Orochimaru would kind of wear, the slit, you see the long, silky black hair. It leads me to believe that it's Orochimaru taking out one of his experiments that he considered his child. Let me know what you guys thought about though, because like I said, I was wondering that. We were all wondering that when Boruto came out, the movie, so we'll have to see. Mitsuki is a smart little one. He's playing mental gymnastics with everybody, getting into their head, trying to wonder how they work, why they work, how they tick. He asks Boruto whether or not he likes his dad. He asks Inojin why Boruto is so popular. He even asks Shikidai about it. And he really just likes to get into their heads, and I think maybe what it is Mitsuki's trying to figure himself out, and I think that he's taken a liking to Boruto and taking a part of him. Everything else was just developed around Boruto and Mitsuki's friendship. I think Mitsuki trying to figure out why Boruto is so nice and why Boruto works the way he does. So I think that was mainly it. You see kind of like a friendship that may go for a long time starting to develop more, and I think Mitsuki taking some of Boruto's characteristics and, you know, like the way that they helped Denki whenever he was falling, because Mizuki says that before, he in his mind, his rationale is it's okay to leave your comrades as long as the mission succeeds. Very Kakashi-like back when they were kids before they saved Rin. Keep that in mind. That's a striking similarity that I saw. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought, because to me it seems like class rep is in on it. Mitsuki's in on it, but for a good or bad reason, I'm not sure. And it seems like class rep has a dark story to her past, and we're gonna learn a lot about her and see a lot of development, which is I'm actually excited for. And I'm excited to see how it helps Boruto grow and develop. So yeah, but as always guys, stay strong and love yourselves. I'll see you guys in the next video.